Today we're gonna talk about promoting music. I figure we can kind of talk about how things used to be and how things are now, and we can have like a part one and a part two type of video. Um, Hopefully we'll get some more people in here. Um, all right, so traditionally when I started doing music almost 20 years ago, the only way that you could really promote your music was by playing shows and doing stuff live, and then you had to print CDs. And now nobody listens to CDs anymore, which is sad. I still listen to CDs in my car because I have an old car. But yeah, and you had to physically buy the product because most of music, especially if you were an independent and local band, wasn't going to be available on streaming back then. So that was the only way to really connect and listen to a band, was to see them live and then like them so much that you were willing to go and invest in them. And then MySpace came along, and MySpace was super awesome for bands because it was the first time that you could actually upload digital music to a social media platform and actually like have your music there. But then slowly, CDs, awesome. But then slowly, as things started changing and streaming became more valuable, and social media, I mean, you get Instagram and you get Facebook and Twitter and YouTube getting super popular. People weren't buying CDs anymore. So now what do? Now you got to upload to streaming, which is how I would say 99% of people in the world digest their music now, which is cool, but you need a whole lot more of people to actually make anything of value. Like, if we played a show and sold 5 CDs, the money made on those 5 CDs is probably equivalent to, I don't know, maybe 20,000 streams. I don't know, maybe even less. So it's tough. And then if everyone is able to upload onto streaming platforms, then you're dipping in a well of so many different people. Things get tough. There's tons of competition. So I say all this to say that the necessary evil of being in a band now is also being a content creator, because you have to make people believe in you. You're, as an artist, a musician, a creative person, a business owner, you're selling a product, and the product is your music. But more importantly, what people connect with is you, yourself as the product. I have to sell you on Saints in Exile. You have to like myself, Mike, and man, you have to like us as much as you like the music. Or maybe you like us, you don't even like the music, but you just like us. So it's an interesting dynamic, because it's not just here's the music, listen to it and enjoy it. It's here's what we do. Here's us in the studio. Here's us going on a walk and talk. This is how you do this. This is how we made the song. Whereas back in the day, all of these things were kind of secretive. Like, it added to the lore of the artist, the mysteriousness of the musician. You didn't want to know the ins and outs. It's kind of like pro wrestling. Now, pro wrestling kind of blurs the lines of what's real and not. It's scripted. So everybody knows that the matches are predetermined. But when you're a kid, or you're someone who's just watching the entertainment, you don't want to know that. You want to get taken to a place where it's like these things don't matter. But now they do. Now you have to learn about the insides and outs, because that's what everyone wants to see. Yeah, and so in terms of streaming, it's something to the effect of, like, I don't know the number, but it's 0.001 0.067 or something like that. I didn't mean to say 6.7. But that's how much you make a stream. So 1,000 streams doesn't even equal like $1. So it's tough. If we have a Bandcamp and we have our music for sale, but it's pay what you want, so you could pay whatever you want. So even if you paid 50 cents to own a digital copy of our song, we just made more money on that than probably, like 100 plays. So streaming definitely has made things very tough. So yeah, that's why social media has become integral to everything that we're doing. Because if you're just putting music out, and you're putting music out into the ether, into the world, a lot of artists just think that, I'm just going to put the music out and people are going to listen to it and things are going to be great. And it's like, that's not how it works. You can't just do things and then hope the best happens. You have to take an action and do it yourself. And that's why we got this YouTube page. That's why Mike-a-Roni, the madman, uploads 3 to 4 videos every single day. We're out of content. We recycle content. We make new content. That's why I'm trying long form videos, because look at this tree. Hold on. But the long form videos, especially for YouTube, are important because that's how YouTube monetizes your channel. So if you're watching this right now, thank you so much. That's helping us out. You need about 3,000 watch hours on the long form videos to qualify for monetization. You needed over, I think it was it over 5,000 subscribers, which we have. You need to do at least like 4 videos a month or something like that, which we have. Or you need 3 million views on shorts, which is almost impossible unless we go viral. So this is the way. This is the way. But yeah, it's people who just make music, they're not necessarily signing up to also become a content creator, a marketer, an advertising expert. But that's, if you're trying to get anywhere, that's what it is. Back in the day, labels would take care of everything, right? If you were signed, they would do everything. Now, labels look for people who already know how to do everything and have already done all the hard work, and then they say, oh, okay, we'll take you now, because they've already built the fan base, they've already got people believing in their music, they already have everything set in place. The label doesn't have to do anything but throw some money on the fire that's already been created by the artist. Of course, you have to pan out, and if you don't pan out, then the label loses their money, or they recoup the money from you until you make it back, if you ever make it back. You might be recouping that your whole life. It's possible to do these things on your own. You just have to work super hard for it. We're working super hard for it. We have, each of us, 20 plus years of experience in doing what we're doing. We've done the old way. We've done whatever the way was in the middle. And now we're doing the new way. And trust me, there was a lot that we needed to learn, and we're still learning every single day. Chasing algorithms, figuring out what works. It's working for us on YouTube. It was working on TikTok and it stopped. That's another thing. Instagram, Facebook, not going so well. Discord grew super fast, slowed down a little bit. But these are all things. It's trial. Yeah, advertising super hard. It's all trial and error. I do a lot of consultations with artists as part of my day job. And one of the things I always tell them is create tons of different content. Try a ton of different things. And then at the end of a few weeks or a few months, whatever it might be, just take a look at what did well and take a look at what didn't do well, and stop doing the things that don't do well, obviously, and start doing more of the things that do well, but try to put spins on it, or and and then you keep doing that until the algorithm says, we're not showing this to people anymore, you got to try something else, and then you got to start all over again. And that's the game that we play. Like Instagram, for a fact, will only show you 5%. Only show the people who follow you. Only 5% of the people who follow you will see your videos or your stuff on Instagram. Why? Because they want you to pay advertising dollars so the other 95% of the people who already follow you for being you can watch your stuff. That's crazy. TikTok, kind of similar. They'll throw it out there, show it to some of your people, they'll test it on random people, and then they'll cap it. YouTube is the best because, as you all know, watching this, when you subscribe to a channel, every time a new video comes out, it appears in your subscriptions. You're being told every single time there's a new Saints in Exile video, or there's a new video of someone that you like and watch. Awesome. So, for creative and discovery, YouTube right now is the place to flourish and the place to be. Especially for small creators who don't have big budgets. We don't have big budgets to throw tons of money so our own followers can watch our stuff. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. But that's it. That's the nature of the beast. You have plenty of people who do weird dances on TikTok, or they'll kind of humiliate themselves and just for views and clicks. Mike does a lot of funny stuff, hurting himself or falling, whatever, but I don't think we've done anything so crazy that we're just, doing this because we're trying to get famous, you can't be super spammy. You gotta switch things up. You have to bring value. Ultimately, what gets people excited about social media and influencers and people that they're following is, do you bring value to that person's life or day? Like, do you bring joy to it? Just think about the different channels and stuff that you might follow. Usually it's funny, it's educational, it's bringing you joy, entertainment, it's something you're interested in. Like, if you're not interested in our type of music, you're never gonna like our type of music. But if I can educate you or bring value to you in another way beyond the music, like a video like this, where I'm talking about marketing or how to start a band or how to write music, I'm providing something to you that's fulfilling a need that my music won't give you. And that's a tricky part too, because it's like we were just trying to create music. That's it. But now I'm talking about marketing, which is, marketing and music, which is my day job, but something I know super well and something that's relatable to people who, are watching this. So that's another lesson that you can take. Even if you're a business person, an artist, or, whatever you might do, kind of take that as a lesson. Like, okay, if they don't need this or like me for this, what's something related that I can provide that will still garner attention from people who aren't here for that? So that's kind of the struggle. So I feel like, Mike is hitting hard with the shorts and doing all of that, and that's what's bringing in new viewers. Interestingly enough, so here's more statistical stuff, that 86% of people who watch our shorts are people who are not subscribed to our channel, which means all of you people who comment and stuff and who are there every day watching every single video, that's only 14% of you. So when people get, and here's another thing, when people get tired, all you do is keep uploading shorts, all you keep doing is uploading the same clip of the same song, Yeah, because every time we upload a clip, 86% of the people are watching it for the first time. So it sucks for the 14% or the 12,000 plus that are subscribed. But, we're trying to get new people to listen to our music to join you guys. And that's just the nature of the beast. You should always be trying to get new people. And, the people who are subscribed, I'm making these videos. Or jumping on here, to speak to you guys, or to jump on Discord to speak to you guys. And that's how we service the people who are here for us. But we also have to service the people who aren't here for us yet. It could be frustrating at times. And I can understand people who are subscribed to be like, oh, you guys just keep playing the same clip of the same song over again. And it's like, yeah, because we need new people to listen to the music too. If you're a subscriber and you're sick of watching our shorts, don't watch our shorts. That's okay. Watch these videos, us in the lives. Come hang out with us. Go listen to the song in real life. That's awesome. That's how we're trying to go. And as looping back around to the beginning of the video, we make less than half a penny per stream. So in the grand scheme of things, we probably have around 4,000, maybe 5,000 monthly listeners that we could say, like, these people are listening to our music at least once a month. So what is that? A little less than $5. So yeah, it's not you want to be rich and famous. this ain't it. And other people will get on us like, oh, you guys said you're a small band, you have 12,000 followers. Yeah, that's a very small band. Do you know how many people are on the earth? 8 billion. That's another thing that I tell artists all the time. Regardless if you are us or you're Taylor Swift or Drake, there are 8 billion people in the world. 99% of the people on the planet have never listened to you before. So for anyone who thinks 12,000 isn't a small band, and Taylor Swift has like 1 billion, maybe more than 1 billion monthly listeners, she's still missing 7 billion people on the planet that don't hear her music a month. It's a lot. It puts a lot of things into perspective, for sure. There's so many people to reach. Even, another thing I like to say is an old song is a new song for someone who's never heard it before. There are millions of songs out there from 1800s, 1900s, 1960s, 1970s, from last year, 5 years ago. Not a soul has ever heard this song, or I don't know, 100 people heard the song. It's always going to be new. There's always going to be an audience for you. Another thing that I could add is that if you're a creator and someone who's making content and stuff like that, think about the content that you like to watch and that you like to see, and then kind of emulate that. There's so much stuff that is vying for our attention on all these social platforms. What are you going to do that sticks out? And think about that we're constantly being advertised to, like, all the time. Buy books, buy this product, listen to this song, watch this TV show. Damn, I'm getting like attacked. Buy this product, watch this TV show, listen to this song, try this food, go to this restaurant. It's tiring. It's definitely exhausting. So if you're creating content that is just like, listen to my song, my new song is out, my new album is out, listen to my song, you're not contributing anything productive. That's another thing that I'm trying to scroll past, because you didn't do anything to hook me in. You didn't do anything to say, hey, here's why you'll like the music, click here. So that's also what we try to accomplish with our videos too. And we don't want to give you too much. We give you 7 seconds because We want to leave you with a little piece that makes you say, hey, I want to discover what the rest of this is. Or hey, they have a Discord. Or hey, they have day one fans. They call them the Exile. So that's kind of the thinking in the stuff that we do there too. It's like, what's going to hook people rather than, hi, we're a band, come listen to our music like the other 50,000 people that are trying to get your attention. So that's why we do that.